もうなんで私があ、覚悟しなさい。驚いた？
終わらせる。カスケード。ブリーチ、ブレイブソウルズ。
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your brother Death Smasher, and happy Halloween. Even though it's September 30th today. But anyways, I got lucky. I did 6 steps. I actually managed to clean sweep, and I can finally showcase these Burn the Witch characters for you guys. So yeah. So let's start off directly with Ninny, who is the character I want to showcase the most because she's a really good character. She is definitely amazing. I want to say top 3 for Mind. It's just that she has one fatal problem. Most of her good skills are locked behind the gauge mechanic and is the very first ever character to get the gauge rampage. The way of how it works is that it's similar to the rampage skill that Kilgate and Retsu have, but it builds up the gauge as you kill enemy mobs. And we'll see how effective it is for this character right here. So anyways, this is a no affiliation unit with the Hollow Killer. I don't understand why these Burn the Witch characters decided to now only have one killer, whereas the previous batch, they've always had double killers. So I don't know, it just feels kind of off, and it feels like the quality of these Burn the Witch characters have kind of dipped, and it feels not too good, man. It really doesn't feel too good. Anyways, mine is 1 of 5, level 10 SP, T20 with full stamina damage boost and weakened defense, because thankfully she already has long stride. She has weakening and burn on her entire kit. On the gauge effect, she now has 100% Berserker and Frenzy +1. On the innate skills, she has Burn +1, Long Stride, and Fire Immunity, which is alright, I've got no complaints about that. The 6-star abilities, yeah, here are the problems. So on gauge, she has the 50% SP boost, 30% heal, and the 70% start gauge, which is going to allow her to have her gauge filled up by 70% upon starting the run, so it's basically the same skill as the Parasol Bruno. But now, going down here, she has 40% strong attack damage, devastation of 40%, does have a base full stamina damage boost of 20%, it's 45 because of the bonus abilities, the gauge rampage skill which I mentioned earlier, havoc of 20%, and frenzy +1. Hello? We went from 2 back-to-back end-of-the-month gachas where every single SP character had Frenzy +2, starting the new norm of SP characters, and this character gets Frenzy +1. Okay, and to get Frenzy +2 on this character, you need to get the gauge mechanic active. Not a big fan of that. I have to be 100% honest. Debilitator of +5 seconds, and also has Sharpshooter. It's good to see that this character did pick up Sharpshooter, but sadly she only has like 1 killer, so while she's gonna be really good in extreme co-op, I just feel like it's such a miss. Like, why? Why? And if you guys want my honest opinion, this Frenzy +1 could have easily been Frenzy +2 on the 6-star abilities, and this is the first ever gauge character that is lacking extra cooldowns. Every time you would play as a gauge character, whether it be Bruno, Aizen, or Uryu, every time you activate the gauge, it also reduces the cooldowns on the strong attacks whenever you have activated them. So seeing this is like, what? Anyways, let's just get to showcasing this character. We're going to be doing 2 builds, the first being the Hybrid SA or SAD setup, because I want to showcase her with the gauge rampage, and then we're going to go for the Syncazin build. So let's just go and get started and showcase her with the fastest build first. Kamari, Pill, and the Karakon Alpha all with 30% SP, and we have ourselves Shinji and Toshir, which are all max transcended with 500 SP, and then we have Tenso right here, which is 5/5, level 10 SP, 500 SP on the 6 slot, and look at that, we're getting straight up 4k SP as a total. Like, we'll see how much SP we have on Ninny soon. And with that, we have 5.3k SP on Ninny, which is fantastic, marvelous. And with us on the team, we are going to be rocking Lisa because she does give out an extra 20% strong attack damage to Mind characters, so overall, really damn good buff. I'm always going to keep on using Lisa on the team. And then Dordoni right here, because he can boost on the second strong attack and has booster, which is good. So 43% extra focus. That being said, Ninny is only 1/5 and not 2/5, so I won't be able to completely showcase her with the boost active. It'll be until I get her 2/5, but honestly speaking, I don't plan to go back in on the banner just to get her 2/5. I'm completely fine with her being 1/5 for me, and I'm gonna keep it that way. So let's just go and get right into it, and thankfully enough, we have Killer here. So this is gonna be nice to see Ninny at her best with the gauge mechanic active and all. Okay, here we are, and let me show you guys the kit real quick. Ninny's kit is actually pretty darn good, and it's also part of why I kind of consider her to be like top 3 best mine units in the game. Because she has the Suction Vortex on the SA1. Yeah, it's just the regular Suction Vortex, not the 750 as I once thought. But the rest of the kit is good. She has a 750, not 750, a 960 in front. And then the SA3 is full screen. So yeah, really good kit. I've got no complaints about what she picked up. It's just the skills that are pretty much not going to be the best. Matter of fact, yo, let's showcase the best damage that she can do right now. So hold on. Okay. Activate. There we go. 57k. 100k. Any holos? Ah, damn it, no holos. So I'm gonna restart real quick. There we go. Alright. And there we go, straight up 100ks. And now, yeah, as you guys can see, the gauge actually does build up a bit faster. Oh, look at that. I lost the full stam already, but I kind of got to showcase her at her best now. But as you go along, you kind of have to struggle and play with her in base, as you guys can see right here. But it's actually very easy to fill up now, so at least it's not the worst. But like, again, I just feel like she needed Frenzy +2 in base. It really does not help. And I also don't like how she doesn't have the extra cooldowns. It really does affect her gameplay compared to most of the gauge mechanic characters that we have in the game. Because if you guys used Bruno and Uryu in Limit Breaker Quest, you guys would see how much of a difference the gauge mechanic makes for when it comes to getting the cooldowns back faster. And with Ninny lacking that, I just feel like it kind of hurts the character. While she's going to be quite the powerhouse when you get the gauge mechanic active and everything, you guys will pretty much notice a big difference in how her playstyle is compared to the other 2 characters, making it a bit unfortunate. Like, heck, even Safui Tosher, if I remember, had the reduced cooldowns upon activating the gauge. No, I'm gonna have to check real quick. I'm just gonna do another run real quick just to showcase her without the boost and just see how well we can build it up. I'll just give her a Zeta Pill just to make the run faster. Zeta Pill on, that is all. Let's get into it. Okay, let's see if we can keep the gauge up a bit more consistently. At least we don't have to worry about that too much. Yeah, the gauge rampage does help out a bit, but like, sadly, when it comes to playing as this character, you're mainly going to be playing her in base. That's the biggest flaw when it comes to playing as this character right here. But, yeah. Let me know what you guys think about this character, because she's a goddess once she gets the gauge active and all. But in base, she just plays like a post-6th anniversary character. Back then when characters had like, what, N base, Frenzy +1 with 40% Berserker and 20% full stamina damage boost. A character that had that was like the Arena Tsukishima, which back then he was pretty good despite not having guard break. Yeah, there's just better characters, but she's still good. Like, she's great, but nothing too crazy. But now let's just move on to the next build. Alright, there we go, Shinkaisen setup. We have ourselves the Shinkaisen, which is level 10 SP, and then White and Bomken are both 5/5 with 500 SP on the 6th slot, level 10 SP. Let me just go ahead and put back in the character on Alpha real quick, because I want to showcase her with the damage now. We did the fast run, which I wanted to do, and it does work, but I feel like it's just not enough. I think that she needed something more, and just she needed something to be a bit better in base, because the Parasol Bruno is just going to be a lot better than her compared to this Ninny right here, which is kind of unfortunate. But now let's just go and get right into it and see the best damage that she can put out. And I plan to go ahead and build her up right now. So hold on. Okay, we have some hollows here, so gonna get Dordoni out, boost, and 144k. So yeah, the damage is pretty good still. The gauge is gonna run out soon. Sadly, there were no more holos, so I'm gonna have to build her up again and wait. Yep. 158k on that SA2, and then 70k. So, yeah. damage is insane once she pops the gauge. But then once the gauge is no longer active, yeah, look at that. We basically lose 50% of our damage. Now we're not even hitting the 100Ks that we were once hitting. So, yeah. She's good. Don't get me wrong. She's really good. But why did they design these Halloween Burn the Witch characters to play like this? Like, Ninny is still gonna age a bit better than Noelle in this kind of case. But it's still such a bummer. Like, normally you expect these Burn the Witch characters to be even more broken than the previous ones like we had every single year. Like, Bruno, he was a different case. Like, he had a better kit than Ninny and Noelle. Even though he didn't have guard break, he was still a lot better, plus had value in Guild Quest. And then once they released the Christmas characters, they were just on a whole other level, and they first introduced the Super Pot skill. And then Parasol came, and they were just, bro, the most broken characters ever in the game. They were pre-8th anniversary characters. That's how broken those three characters are. And seeing this kind of batch is like, it's kind of a step down. I can't help but feel a bit disappointed. But with that being said, let's just go and run her in Epic Grades and IT and see how fast she can clear. Alright, we're going to be doing a solo run here in Epic Grades. I'm keeping the hybrid setup because this is an easy one. We have the Cinderella Epic Grade, and she's a bonus here. So it'll be interesting to see the damage that she can do. But outside of her own Epic Grade, we'll see how much of a difference she'll do in terms of damage. But like, here in Epic Grades, I have to be 100% honest. Ninny is not going to be the greatest character to use because you're not going to be using the Gauge Rampage skill at all. There are no enemies besides the actual boss character, so it's going to hurt her for when it comes to always getting the Gauge active at all times. So yeah, this is going to be a flaw that you're going to be able to see with this character right here. So yeah, that is all you guys really need to see. I'm running a full complete hybrid setup, and the links are pretty much the same hybrid links. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay. Now, let's just go and pop the Soul Bomb already. Not bad, and boom. We got the gauge filled up instantly, and there you guys go. Let's just be careful here. Yeah, base, good god, it really does hurt her. My god. Like, in this type of Epic Grade in particular, it's not going to be that much of a problem. But just wait until you do the Awaken Epic Grades, where they have, like, double the HP. You're going to have a rough time trying to use her. So, yeah. And for Guild Quest, I can't help but feel worried about this character as a whole, man. I just can't. She's great. Don't get me wrong. She's fun. She's going to be enjoyable, but, like, let's get into IT now. Okay, so here we are in IT run. Last thing. If you guys did not know, this was, you know, a showcase done on stream. But, yeah, this is gonna be where Ninny is going to perform the best. And keep in mind, we don't have Killer here. So her damage is gonna be a bit of a nerf. So it'll be a good way to test out Ninny's full capabilities for when it comes to running her in off-Killer IT. But, yeah, setup is pretty much exactly the same. We're running the hybrid setup. And this time, we're not using Attention Tab, but directly a Catacron Alpha, because I want to prioritize as much damage as possible, so that way we can still cleave through this just fine. And yeah, shout out to everyone else. I appreciate y'all, but only one person needed to join, because this is a solo run. But yeah, let's get right into it. I appreciate everyone of the homies coming by. But yeah, let's get to doing so, and yeah, okay. Ninny should have also had increased status element chance. I am not gonna lie. At least it would have been a bit more favorable for her base form, because it ain't the greatest. Like, Ulquiorra, he only has Frenzy +1 too, but he at least had increased status element chance to help out with killing the mobs. Like, yeah, there's just a big significant difference when it comes to using Ninny with and without the gauge. Without the gauge, she is like just a sitting duck without Killer, whereas when you pop the gauge, she becomes a goddess, one of the best units in the game. It's just... what were Caleb thinking? I'm sorry, but like, Bruno in base at least was a lot better. He had Frenzy +2 with 40% Berserker. And keep in mind, he also has the same kit as Ninny too, with double killers. Like, just kind of unfortunate. Like, right now, we're gonna be able to plow through, but like, once the gauge wears off, it's bye-bye. Like, we're back to the base form, which is actually kind of mediocre. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. The gauge rampage does help out with building up the gauge mechanic, but I just don't think it's enough. It really isn't. On base, she needed more. She needed Frenzy +2. She needed either increased status element chance. Like, why even lock the extra Frenzy behind a gauge mechanic? What you could have done is give her directly Frenzy +2 on the 6-star abilities, and then on the gauge mechanic, give her extra cooldowns. She needs extra cooldowns anyway to build up the gauge again. And it'll help out even more with the fact that she has this brand new skill. Like, I don't know, man. It's just so stupid. But, yeah. That's Ninny for you. She's a good character. I don't think she's a top 10 contender. But, like, she's definitely second best mind character in the game. I can definitely tell you guys, I do feel better using this character over the likes of 7th Anniversary, Ichigo, and Balgo as a DPS character. But she still has a lot to work on. But, yeah, there you guys go. She's good. She's definitely is great. If Ninny is your favorite character, by all means, you can summon for him. Like, there's no problem with that. I just don't think that in the long run, she's really worth going for the 5-5. Like, she's gonna age okay. She's gonna age alright compared to Noelle. But even then, I don't know, man. We're definitely gonna get a better mind character soon anyways. Like, at least the roster is definitely going to be a lot better with the fact that we have Balgo, whose value just got increased even further. White is still a god for Mind. And then we have this Ninny right here, who is pretty much a nice asset for the Mind, actually. Like, I've got no complaints. But, yeah. There you guys go. Let me know what you guys think about Ninny in the comment section below. But, like, I think she's a great character. Just needed a bit more stuff to make her amazing. Like, perfect. I just feel like they kind of dropped the ball for these Burn the Witch characters. And I am not ready to showcase Noelle. I can tell you guys that without a shadow of a doubt, I am going to be very negative with Noelle compared to where I was with Ninny. But we'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and hit the bell notification so that way you guys are up to date with my most recent videos. This has been your boy, the Death Smasher, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one. So, take care, lads. Bye. Sayonara.